It is Thursday, August 5th. It's warmer out today than it has been in the mornings. It's been like 61 and 62. So it's going to be warmer today, my guess. Good morning. It's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Pearl and the cicadas and I are out here. My one flower got a little wilty. I think I'm going to plant it out in my flower bed. I don't think it has any real soil in that pot. And I can see the roots on the top. So it looks like it, it probably would do much better if it were planted. So I'm thinking about doing that. Have to do a little work outside today because Michelle, our tree/wood lady, is sending people tomorrow with a cord of wood for next winter, and somebody's going to look at our trees. But we still have wood left over, and we need to rearrange it so that it doesn't get piled on top of, because that's the wood we want to use first. We don't have any wood in the garage, so we can move some of it in the garage, and then we just have to move some of the rest of it, and we will have new wood. But Dennis and I have to do a little work on that today. I also am going to find a tailor. I keep saying I'm going to get my dress done, but I don't actually have a tailor. I've never used a tailor, so I have to find a tailor. And I think I'm going to try to do that today. So there you go. I did work more on Christy's shawl yesterday. I finished that beaded section that I was working on and started the next section. I'm a little bit concerned because the next section starts with 6 rows of stockinette. And my gauge at stockinette is very different than my gauge at Yarnovers. So I'm just picturing this band of stockinette in the middle of this shawl kind of drawing in that little piece of knitting, because it's, I'm going to have to block the bejesus out of that, I think. I don't know. But it was nice to just sit and knit some stockinette, I will admit. And, I could talk. So we have a few more rows. 4 maybe rows that have 1 or 2 beads in each pattern, so not too many beads. And then we don't have beads for a while. But I about finished the equivalent of a chart yesterday, so that was good. So I'm making progress, moving on. I also worked on my blanket because I was sitting there watching TV, vegging. And I did a picture in my sketchbook. Didn't turn out great, but I'm gonna try again. That's what sketchbooks are for, right? I'll try again. I'm not sure if I'll do that today or not, but I did a little sketching yesterday, and so that was fun. Well, it was a watercolor. It wasn't a sketch. So that's what's going on. There's not a cloud in the sky that I can see. You might be able to see some behind me. No, you can't hardly see the sky behind me, can you? And so I expect it's going to be kind of beautiful. It's not supposed to rain for a few days at least, I'm pretty sure. So it should be a nice day. I did fast yesterday, and that felt good. I mean, it's not my favorite thing because I like to eat, and eating is such a habit. I should be eating now. And then Dennis made chocolate last night, but he made his chocolate, dark chocolate. But oh my God, the house smelled like chocolate. Like, oh, thanks a lot. Although he did talk about it, I knew he was going to do it. Talked about it earlier in the day and said, since you're fasting today, maybe I won't make the white chocolate. I'm like, okay. So we'll probably do that today too. See if we can make peanut butter cups, white chocolate peanut butter cups. So I might actually do a few things today rather than just sit and craft, which is doing things, for sure. Definitely doing things. But called my parents last night, wished them a happy anniversary. Apparently they had a party. They invited some of their friends over, and the people at Harmony did a spread for them, and they had a party out on the patio, them and their friends. So that was nice. That's nice to know Harmony does that. He said they did a wonderful job, and he was going to go down today and once again thank them for their for putting on such a lovely party for him and Mama. So that was nice. My brother was there. Ella was there too. She texted pictures, and they turned out they were very nice pictures of the family. And so that's nice. And I'm planning on going to State College for his birthday. His birthday is the 26th, of course, as is Isabel's. So Isabel was born on my father's birthday, and on his 82nd birthday. So she will be 8 and he will be 90. So I will be going to State College, and my brother and I are going to take them out to dinner to a restaurant and do a little celebrating of 90. It feels like I should have a present for him, but they just, you know, abandon 90% of the things they own. What am I going to buy him? Maybe I should rummage around in the basement and find something that I think he'll love and wrap it and give it back to him and say, here, put this in your house. I won't do that. I'll get him some, I don't know what. I don't know what I'll do. I'll paint him a picture. He really, and he didn't get a Father's Day card. So I will make him a lovely card for his birthday. That's what I'll do. Because they have my Mother's Day card prominently displayed, and that I made Mama. And so I will make a Father's Day card. Trying to think of a good subject for a Father's Day card. I made Mama's dogwood blossom. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. So I'll make him a card. That's what I'll do. So I have some paper making things to do because I have to, and I have to order some stuff for bookbinding to make the guest book for Christy's wedding. I want to get a nice book, they're called book cloth or book tape to be the outer boundary. And, you know, on the binding of the book. And I have the pictures that the girls made, hearts from Sammy and a bird from Isabel. And I'm going to, and I've lost my invitation, so I need to find it again and see exactly what it looks like, but do something reminiscent of the invitation on the part that Isabel painted, I think, to add maybe one more bird and some gold. And so the birds will be from Isabel and me on the front, and hearts on the back from Sammy. And I think that'll be lovely. My writing is terrible, so I don't... Calligraphy is something else I've been thinking I should work on, you know, the writing. Because people do cards and then they do this beautiful, you know, script. And it's just a matter of practice. I mean, my handwriting is not bad. You know, I grew up in the era where you had practiced penmanship. Parker penmanship. I practiced penmanship when I was in grade school. And so my writing isn't terrible. But it's not, you know, lovely to decorate a card. So I need to work on that. And I don't know that I will, you know, be comfortable writing something on the cover, so maybe the cover won't have writing. Could happen. So those are the things I have on my mind these days. But I'll make my dad a Father's Day card. I think he'll like that. And he doesn't need anything. And, you know, I mean, they don't drink wine anymore. I took back some of the wine I had brought Dennis's wine periodically, and it was kind of accumulating because they stopped drinking wine. They share a beer every night. That's their regimen. And so, and he's eating too many sweets and too much junk. You know, he's gained weight at Harmony. So I don't want to bring him, you know, candy or, you know, food, something to eat. So I will make him a picture. The dilemmas. Of course, 90 years old. I mean, at some point, I don't know. Anyway, so that was my yesterday. Today could be busy. Probably won't be because you know me. I'm listing all these things, and this is my list, but probably won't all happen today. But the wood has to happen today because they're coming tomorrow. And and I'm pretty sure the white chocolate peanut butter cups are going to happen today because that'll be up to Dennis. And we were talking about, you know, he was getting his chocolate too hot, and we were talking about solutions to that. And he came up with a solution that I think he's interested in trying. So he said, oh, I'll use that on the white chocolate. We'll see how it works. So my guess is we'll be doing white chocolate. The only thing I'm not sure about is because it's my own initiative is the tailor. But I have to get on the stick because I have to know if I'm going to wear that dress or not, or if I have to go shopping. So if I can't find a tailor, then I'm not wearing the dress because yeah, of course, if I can't find a tailor, I could try to do it myself. I could try to do it myself. But I can find a tailor, I'm quite sure. And so I need to do that. Oh, ramble. Anyway, it's a beautiful day outside today. It turned out to be a nice enough day yesterday. And it brightened up a little bit in the evening and in the late afternoon. And we were out here in the late afternoon for a while, and that was nice. And I do like spending time on my deck. I do like spending time on my deck. And if I get enough gumption, I think I'm going to try to plant that zinnia. The other zinnia seems to be doing okay, but this one is not looking good. The flowers don't look good. I think it just doesn't have enough dirt. I mean, it's not a happy plant, so I'm not going to wreck it by planting it. And I planted some sages in the front, and they are not thriving either. I don't know if they're not. I haven't watered them. Maybe I need to water them. Maybe we're not getting enough rain, and you know, everything else around them are thriving, but they're newly planted, and I probably should have been watering them all this time, and I haven't. So I can go pay a little attention in the front. So I could do a lot of things. My list is getting long. I did make a list when the kids were coming, and I did everything on my list. But I need a new list. I think I'm going to make a list. Oh, and I'm going down the shore next week for a couple nights. My friend Linda from Florida, who was my good friend, who was my supervisor, my boss for many years, and a bunch of us, with, you know, the girls, are a little further flung now. She's in Florida, a couple in Jersey, and Lori's up in the Poconos. I don't know if Lori's going to be able to come. But anyway, Linda's daughter Molly is coming. Linda's daughter Molly lives in Italy, and she's coming, I think, for a good friend of hers is getting married. And then, anyway, Linda got a place down the shore, mostly to be used by the girls, the wedding party girls and whatever. But meanwhile, there will be a couple of nights where we can go. So in the middle of the week next week, I'm going to be down the shore for a couple days. Dennis is not thrilled about that. I forgot to mention that I was planning on this, you know, because Linda talked to me about it, you know, a few weeks ago. And I guess I didn't tell Dennis at the time, so when she texted me more details yesterday, I mentioned it to Dennis, and it was news to him that, you know. So I said, you know, is that okay? He's like, well, you're an adult. That was his, you're an adult. I'm like, oh, okay. Is that reaction because of COVID? He said yes. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know. On some level, I'm doing more things, and he's very worried about Delta, and he's staying home. And I'm going to State College, and I went to Idaho. That was before Delta got really terrible. Now I'm going to go down the shore, going to my parents, out to dinner. So he's feeling stressed about Delta, so I need to make some plans to figure out how to reassure him and how to be really, really safe. I know that all the girls are vaccinated, and 2 of them have serious health issues, so that they've been extremely careful. I'm sure everybody has been, but you know, you never know. So anyway, that was his reaction. But right now, in my mind, I'm going down the shore next week, so I may have a day where I don't vlog, or I may be vlogging from the Jersey Shore. She sent me the address, but I forget what town we're going to be in. It's not a town that I've ever stayed in before, or that I've been in, so didn't ring a bell with me, but I'll have to put it in my nav system. But anyway, so that's happening next week too. Okay, so ramble. I am concerned about my shawl having that stripe of stockinette. There's a big difference between lace and stockinette in terms of how wide it's going to stretch. I mean, I don't know that you can stretch stockinette that wide. I guess we'll see. Looked okay in the pictures. I don't know. All right. Well, I gotta go. I'm talking too much. Anyway, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please. Be more careful than apparently I'm being. I got Dennis worried now. That's too bad. I don't like it when he worries. Please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.